How you guys doing? It's been a while. It has been challenging lately. I almost got run over by a barge while at anchor not too long ago. I didn't, but it had me extremely concerned. It was the middle of the night. I had drifted into a channel a little bit. I've had some episodes of dragging anchor. How far are we into this trip? About 600 or 700 miles, I think. And along that way, it's been fun, but it's been beset with all kinds of challenges. Not just how to get food and water on board, but fuel without going to a marina and paying top dollar. We've done pretty good at that so far. Then there's how to get the dogs ashore. Of course, I had to replace both of the motors in the boat, on top of a whole bunch of other things, including the depth finder and the outboard motor on the Bass Raider. The Bass Raider has been a great dinghy for getting the dogs ashore, but it requires a motor, and motors and I don't seem to have the best relationship. And that is why I am growing more and more fond of kayaks. This one especially, because it has a nice, comfortable seat. The problem with all this work, all this boating, is that it gets in the way of me doing something simple like getting in a kayak. You don't have to worry about the motor on these dying or anything like that. But the hard part about something as simple as this is to take the time to actually do it. And I haven't had a lot of time to do that. This cruising lifestyle is about a 7-day job, almost 24 hours a day. You got to think about stuff to do, navigation, where am I going to stop, how is my ground tackle going to work? Is this going to drag, or do I need a Danforth or a spade anchor, or how much rode do I need, or scope, or These are fun challenges, believe me, but they keep me from doing simple things like getting on kayaks. It's the reason why I haven't posted anything on my Facebook page, which is called Love Kayak Fishing. I didn't think that pictures of cruising was really appropriate. I thought it should have been pictures of me outfitting my kayak, fishing from it, just paddling it. So I haven't been posting there. However, the longer I do this cruising thing, the more I realize that, what did John Lennon say? Life is what happens when you're thinking about kayaking. Something like that. I might have that wrong. But that's how I'm thinking nowadays, is that I'm always thinking about kayaking, even though I'm not always doing it. And it doesn't matter if you're cruising the ICW along the Great Loop, or if you're, working a job Monday through Friday, and weekend comes and you find yourself up to here with chores and you have no time to paddle. We're kind of in the same boat. Anyways, for that reason, what I think I'm going to start doing is posting more pictures. It could just be sunsets or anchorages, bridges, and cool stuff that I'm seeing along the way. Little islands and marsh grass, rivers, and places that I would love to be paddling, even if I'm not out there doing it. Pictures of just being on the water, even though I'm not on a kayak, I think might actually be appropriate enough. Because like I said, while I'm doing all that, this is what I'm thinking about. The last time I got to paddle on this boat, on the Argo 100, was in New Smyrna Beach. I still have some of the sand from that day, or mud, or whatever it was, in the boat. And the seat is just about perfect, and I got my little tackle box here, and the Pelican Exo Chill. This is like a place you could put, it's insulated, so you could put fish in there or drinks, and underneath that there's a big hatch that's got a bag in it. And a couple things that I've added, like the camera mount. I'd probably take that with me if I ever got rid of this kayak, which I think I'm going to be doing. I love this kayak. I can't begin to tell you. It's so lightweight and so easy and so simple compared to the stuff that I'm dealing with motors and outboards and fuel and all the logistics. This is where it's at. Low, stable, easy to paddle. Perfect. Perfect. I just lack the time to get out there and use it. And before long I will be receiving a new Pelican kayak. I am excited about it. As much as I love this, the one that I will be getting is really neat. And what does that mean? That means I could sell this. I'm under no obligation to do anything with this boat. I asked Pelican about that, and they were like, it's your boat. You do with it whatever you want to do with it. With a little effort, I could probably get this back to Tampa so that someday I get to use it again when I go there after the summer's over. But I think I'd rather give it away. I think that'll do a greater good, you know? And it almost feels selfish for me to hold on to this. With all the effort that it would take to get it back to Tampa, I would just as soon give it away to a fan. And I'm probably going to be doing that at a meetup. I'm not sure when that meetup is going to happen, but it's something that I'm going to announce, not just the small local meetups that we've been doing. Maybe over the course of a day, go on the water and paddle with some folks, and then again, like I said, at the end, give this boat away. I'm not sure where or when, but I think it's going to be soon, within the month of June. Today's Memorial Day, to give you guys an idea of the timeline. This is recent stuff I'm talking about right now. So this boat is going to go. I haven't done a lot with this, but I'm going to give it away with the boat because it fits so well. I've outfitted it to this boat, and it's kind of where this belongs. Maybe I can get another one from my friends at Pelican, but this one's going to go with the Argo. So if you guys want to know where this meetup is going to happen, I think what I'm going to do is give that information out first on Love Kayak Fishing, my Facebook page. I also want to share pictures and stuff. And you know, really, one of the reasons that I'm giving this kayak away is the same reason that I started a YouTube channel in the first place. It's because I love sharing stuff that I love. I love kayak fishing. I love paddling. Just getting out on the water on a kayak is so fun. And it lacks all the problems that boats have. And you know, if the tide goes out and you get stuck, you just drag it across the mud usually, and the sand. You're just much less likely to get in trouble and much more likely to have fun in one of these things. Then if I can give it away and instill that passion in somebody, maybe I give it to somebody who hasn't been out on the water for a while, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. If you guys see the way it lights up somebody's eyes when I give this away and you decide to go out and get one, again, I did my job. So that's one of the reasons I'm giving this away. So yeah, so that's the update. We'll be posting more pictures, more up-to-date pictures and stuff, and staying in touch a little bit more on Love Kayak Fishing. And I wanted to reaffirm that love. You know, I want to shout it out to the world and say I still love kayak fishing, even though I haven't been doing too much of it. But my plans, they are holding. The plans that I'm referring to are me going back to Tampa this coming winter. You know, I don't know when exactly. I don't know a lot of things exactly nowadays. I'm just kind of shooting from the hip. But the plan is to go back there this winter and play around, get on my triple motorboat, maybe play around with that jet engine a little bit. But first and foremost, get back on a kayak. I won't have the kayak rental business taking up all my time. So I'm hoping to share all kinds of stuff with you guys then. And I know a lot of you guys live in places where it's cold, so it'll probably be a nice escape to watch some guy fooling around on a kayak when it's warm, like it tends to be in Tampa in the winter. So I'm really stoked about sharing all that stuff with you, about giving away that kayak, and again, starting to share some more content, even though it's not me paddling. There's been lots of cool stuff happening on the water. And I do have some paddle trips planned, one later this week with some fans that know the area, and they're taking me out and they're going to hopefully show me some fish, which means I got to go get my South Carolina fishing license. And yeah, I'm stoked about a lot of stuff, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you guys. I apologize for not making more videos lately, but my goodness, it has been very taxing. I'll get into that some other time. But for the time being, I just want to let you guys know that all is well. Again, check out that link in the description. If you're on Facebook, go check out Love Kayak Fishing. That's the first place you guys are going to hear about where that kayak's going to be given away. I might hint at to where that's going to go down on Mike's Live at Fives as well. That lately has been the best way that I've been updating all the ins and outs about the Great Loop, where I've been, what I've been doing, and all that fun stuff. So thank you guys again for everything, for supporting me, and for all the people that I've met along the way. Thank you guys. There's been some very generous folks that I've met. You know who you are. Thank you for that. And for everybody else, I look forward to seeing you along the trip, and maybe paddling at some point in the future. All right, I'm going to stop rambling. I'll see you guys later.